That would be very not good.
Right.
Have a sneezed echo.
9th of January, Rabbi Levitt, alive and well.
Baruch Hashem.
Yoetz.
Amen. Amen. So too by everyone.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so we are. I'll tell you what we're doing here, Lou. We just started this kfiyus, and the first thing the Pele Yoetz told us is that after you finish my sefer, you should do a sefer called Chok Israel. So we're just trying to figure out how we're going to do that.
If we are.
Yeah, it looks like the cost is prohibitive.
Yes.
How much does it cost?
Well, on Amazon, a Hebrew English set, it's a 10-volume set for $508.
It's on Amazon.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
I looked at Amazon.
And I don't understand, because Edmund Safra was the patron of the Sefer. He obviously must have paid for the overwhelming majority of its publication.
I guess.
Well, Amazon
I think,
be going
I
by
think
what
that's
the market
because of
is.
they're probably charging a lot of money for the shipping fees.
Could be.
Should be free. Over a certain amount. So over a certain amount in Amazon, it's free.
That doesn't sound so free to me.
No.
Well, Amazon has free shipping for a lot of things.
They're telling you the price for the Sefer is $500, and they tell you if you pay the $500, the shipping is free.
That's right.
Actually,
It's 10 volumes. It's a 10-volume set, so that comes out to $50 a Sefer. That's I don't know how it could be so much.
maybe we could find a local dealer who has this.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll make a deal with Manny.
Well, what about that other one? What's his name? In around the corner from Shamgar, around the corner there. What's his name again?
Shanky.
Shankies.
Okay, yeah, whoever. I'm sure he has this Sefer. So it's been that's my yeah, I don't know why you didn't see the name Art Scroll in the thing over there, but I think that's what it is. They got
You have to go to
Mr. Edmund Safra to sponsor the publication, as they often do. They find a sponsor for the publication of the Sefer, and but I don't know. I think you could get it. In other words, I think you can get it at a sporting store much cheaper than that. I can't believe that I can't believe that a Sefer, that 10-volume set of a Sefer would be $500 in a bookstore.
Yeah, I hear you. They have Breshit in Yiddish if you want for $20.
What?
Okay.
That's what it says. Chokli Israel Yiddish Breshit, $20.
The price is right, but I'm not sure the book is right.
Oh, we can learn Yiddish.
Who's the author of Chokli Israel? That they don't tell you.
I haven't seen.
If you have it on Amazon, it should tell you the author.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, does it? Hold on. I had it on Amazon and it didn't. Amazon. Well, maybe I can look at only the Hebrew version, maybe, and see. No. Oh, about the author. Who's Oz the Hadar? Is that the author?
No, that's the name of the publisher, Oz Vahadar.
Okay. Read more. Says about the author, but I don't see any names here.
Uh-huh. Okay. Maybe he wanted to be anonymous.
Yeah, only that Oz V'Hadar, so. I don't know, Lou. Amazon's letting us down.
Al pi hasod migure ha'ari, Harizal. Bone shemayim elionov, v'loyma mimenu chachmas musar dinim. Matov u'ma noim, minig eze arim, shenesafim baguda, Yiri Hashem choshme shmo, lilmod seder chok Yisrael. V'chacham shebehem kore b'kol ram. They call the one that teaches the sefer to the congregation a chacham. So I think this is Chachmei Sfarad. Forish lehem. Yeah, this is something that I never quite understood about the Pele Yoetz. From what we know, he was born in Eastern Europe, but he seems to have a lot of familiarity with the Svorim of the Chachmei Sfarad and the Kabbalah and the Rizal, which is usually the province of the Chachmei Sfarad. It's interesting. I don't know. That would be interesting to know about the Pele Yoetz. I have to ask Rev Barkley. Rev Barkley is the author of guidelines, posek here in English-speaking posek here in Neve Yaakov, and this is one of his favorite Musars for him, the Pele Yoetz. So I'm sure he knows all about this. And the Chok Yisrael. Okay, so all right. So we have.
Well, the only thing I
Yes.
found, I don't know if
Yeah.
you heard of this, Rabbi, says the compendium was first issued in book form by Rabbi Yitzchak Baruch.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, he might be the author. Or put it.
Right. No, I wouldn't even know. I'm totally unfamiliar with the Sefer.
Ah, okay.
Totally unfamiliar. As far as I my understanding, it was written by someone from Chachmei Sfarad. So I'm not so familiar with their Sforim. It's not a Sefer that's on the bookcase in most most of the yeshivas that I ever went to. I never saw it. Only when you go to a Sephardi shul you see it. So I figured it was a Sephardi Sefer.
Yeah, could be.
Shankies doesn't have it.
No. That's surprising though, because it's surprising. I don't know.
They might be out
It's all
of it.
sold out.
They don't have it.
Okay. So we have that's what he says, that the Chacham reads out to everyone in the shul, explains to them the halacha, and sometimes the Zohar Kodesh, and also the perush of the Yosef L'chok. There's a perush on the Chok Yisrael that elucidates it, and he says that this is something which is everyone is capable of. It's written in such a way that that you don't have to be an expert in Kabbalah or the writings of the Arizal to understand it. So that's That's quite a feat. That's quite an accomplishment to do that. And I guess, okay, so that's something we'll leave there when the time comes, or whatever. We are closing in on the seal of this safer. Wow, amazing. Okay. All right, so now a round of applause for page 260. Now we go and Hope to Israel. A round of applause. Okay, so we'll see if we can get it for a reasonable price, whatever. And now we go to the top of page 261. I am distressed, says the Pele Yoetz. We go to Mayor to continue, please.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. I am distressed by many of our Jewish brothers who are enthralled by nothingness. Even before prayer has ended, they escape to their job and work, and they lose so much good. If I would have the ability, I would grab all of our Jewish brothers by the collars, and I would tie them up with chains of iron and the thick ropes of love of God, that they should stay for just a short time to study Torah. Even someone who does not have a holy book should listen to the lesson. It will be considered as if he was reading, and he would earn much good. Just as in business and negotiations of this world, there are times when a person buys an item for a very cheap price and earns an incredible profit. So too in this matter. For the little that one learns, he earns much more than if he would study Negaim and Ohalot, some of the most difficult masachot, for several hours.
Okay. So this we see. Have you seen this in the different shuls that you've been in? That they have something after the davening. They have the rabbi or somebody else. They don't have a rabbi there. Somebody else reads from a certain sefer. Maybe it's Chok Yisrael. Maybe there's actually other sporim that have been published that along the same lines as the Chok Yisrael. Something to do every day. A halacha. It's generally it's a halacha that generally has to do with the time of the year. If a certain yontif is coming up, or something to do with the Hilchos Shabbos, whatever it is, so every day after Shachris, this book is read, this sefer is read from, and people get their dose of Torah in the morning before they go off to work, and so this is what the Pele Yoetz is talking about. That custom has caught on in many congregations, even though it hasn't caught on in any of the shuls that I go into. But that's that. But he says it's a good deal for a very cheap price. You can earn an incredible profit. The mitzvah of Talmud Torah. How much is one word of Torah worth? Wow. You can't put a price tag on it. And this is incredible what he says over here. He's spoken about this before. That the little that one learns, he earns much more than if he would study Negoyim and Olos for several hours.
Wow.
He mentioned this before, that a person who works, he doesn't have a lot of time to learn, but if he is very particular about setting times to learn, and make sure that he does learn every day, you know, even if he learns, very simple, basic Sforim, not the difficult Masechtas like Negoim and Olos. Says Pele Yoetz, because of his Hashem sees his ratzon and his diligence and his effort. Hashem counts it as though he would be studying the most difficult Masechtas for hours and hours and hours. Wow. Rachmano Liboy, that's the idea. The Hashem wants the heart. He sees that the person really wants to connect to him, and he wants to learn Torah, which of course is the greatest connector to Hashem that there is, and that's why it's Keneged Kulam. Okay, great. Now we go to the next paragraph. Just how amazing. Back to Roy.
Just how amazing the affixing of time for the study of Torah is can be seen from the established halakha of anything which is permanent creates a status of 50% chance. It's in Ketuvos 15a. Anything which is permanent creates a status of a 50% chance. Consequently, God will consider a person's fixed time of study as if he learns Torah half the day. The one who is abundant in kindness and who is inclined to kindness will bestow upon those who have fixed time for Torah study great reward, as if they studied Torah day and night continuously without a break of silence. The soul of what person has seen or heard such a thing and will not desire to merit, study, and earn a tremendous reward. May God place in their hearts the desire to come closer to spiritual things and to provide contentment to our Maker. Each day has its own revelation, and every night a person should have fixed time for Torah study according to his ability. By doing so, he satisfies his obligation and fulfills the verse in Yehoshua, and you will discourse in it day and night. These measures were not stated except for someone who is in severely dire economic straits and is very preoccupied at his work and job from morning until evening in order to earn his meager provisions. Even so, this does not exempt him from affixing at least a minimal amount of time for Torah study, just as he is not exempt from Shachris, Mincha, and Aravis.
Yay, okay. So let's take a look at this famous Gemara in Ksubis, 15a. Everything which is permanent, fixed, it has a status of mexa, half and half.
Okay. 15b. Let's see. 15a.
Oh, okay, can I just see what Yossi sent?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's Swift, the photo of the street.
Yes.
Okay, so what's permanent?
Okay, Subis. 15A. Let's take a look. Be safe. That's what. Okay.
Oh, hold it. What's this? Anything? Oh, it's near. It's not far from the top. Let's see.
Not
Kol
far.
kol kavua kemechetza al mexadame. Let's see where it is. So
Coal. Not far from the top, did you say?
Oh,
kavua. Hold it. The Mexa Ahave Dame. Let's see.
Ketuva 15A.
make sure you got the right Masechta.
Yeah.
Yes, two vote.
Hmm.
Alright. Where is it?
Year the Ika.
Because the above called the parish. Those three cause the pai. The Hagle Kabua. Amr Zera, Kol Kabua, next dummy. I have it. It's close to the middle of the page.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a famous sugya here. What happens if you have 10 butcher shops in town, and 9 of them, the Bryce says, Teisha Chanuyos, Kulan Mokros, Basar Shfuta. 9 of them sell shechted, properly shechted meat. But Achas Mocheres Basar Nevela. And one of them sells Basar Nevela. You know what Basar Nevela is?
what's in the Bela?
Basar Nevela. What's the word Nevela mean?
No.
An animal, if it dies without being shechted, is a nevela.
Oh.
So that's in other words, that's meat that has not been shechted. Is basar nevela.
Oh. Huh.
So you got 9 of them sell basar that has been shechted, and one sells basar that has not been shechted. Basar nevela. He took from one of the stores, but he now doesn't know my Mihen Lokach. It's a funny case. He doesn't remember which store he took from. You don't know? Don't know? Sorry. He doesn't know whether it was from Moshe's kosher butcher shop or whether it was from Barrels or Schmerels. So he's got a suffix over here. So what do we say? Sveko Asur. He has a suffix like that. Nothing we can do about it. Can't eat that meat.
Can't eat
Maybe it came from the one store that sells non-kosher meat. Ubenipsa, but if he found it, like in the street somewhere after he dusts it off, I guess. If he's willing to eat it, who knows what happened to that piece of meat? I don't know. Then you go after the rove, And the Rove says that this piece of meat is kosher because you got 9 out of 10 stores in the city that sell kosher meat. But if you went into the store where they sell the meat and you bought it from the inside, you can't go according to the Rove, says the Gemara. Oh, but this is a question on Reb Zera, because Reb Zera said kol kavua k'meksel meksadami. Now, how does Rashi explain that? Rashi says, okay, which Rashi are we talking about over here? Rashi doesn't tell us. I'm reading the common kol kavuk meksel meksadami. Yafilu ein sham ela echad psula. Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay, well, in any case, we can't go after the Rove in that case. In other words, if it was bought in a place where, if it was taken from the place where that busser is kavua, so then we can't go according to the Rove. That's the basic idea, without getting too much into it, that the Gemara is telling us over here. If you found it in the street and it's not in the place where it's kavua, the busser is not from the place that it's kavua in, right? It's kavua, then you go into the store and you buy the meat in the store. That store, that store, that store, this store, that's where it's kavua. It's not considered to be kavua just because it was found on the street in that city. In that case, it was found on the street in the city. The Brisa says you go according to the Rove. Okay, but in any case, let's not get too complicated over here. Well, the Pele is bringing this idea over here that we see from the Zera, that if the meat is coming from a place which is kavua, the meat is kavua in that place, there's going to be a machlokes in this Gemara. What's called kavua? Is the city called kavua? Is the butcher store called kavua? Okay, we're not going to get into that. But whatever the kavua is, whatever the kvius is, if it was taken from that place, is that where you got the meat? So then you can't go according to the Rove, because then that's what the Rav Zera means when he says kol kavua k'meksel meksadami. It's like half and half. And half and half, you can't be lenient and say, oh, it probably came from the store which sells kosher meat, because 9 out of 10 of them are selling kosher meat. Okay. So what do we see over here from this Gemara? We see the strength, we see the power of something that was taken from the place that it was kavua. You don't go according to the averages in that case. You don't go according to the majority. It's got its own. It's a very strong. It counts very much. It was gotten from the place that it's kavua, so that it's called half and half. So the Pele Yoetz is saying, based upon this, he's saying a bit of a cute thing, I think. It's not what the Gemara means at all. But the Pele Yoetz is saying that somebody has fixed times for learning Torah. So he's called a kavua in terms of his Torah learning. And if so, then his kavua learning is called meksel meksa. It's called that he learned half of the day. Half of the day we can say that he's learning Torah. Because why? Because he went ahead and fixed a specific time and says, Chok v'lo yavor. That he learns every day at this time Doesn't matter what else is going on. That's what he does. He learns. That's his fixed. That's what it means to make something fixed. You make it fixed. It's always, that's the way it is, and that has an importance as though it's mexa mexa. It's like half of the day is it's like half of the day is devoted to that Torah, because he's made that commitment that come what may, that time, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 12 o'clock is for Torah. Yeah, maybe one day we'll do that page. That's a classic Gemara page. Wow. Okay. And then the Pele Yoetz quotes this pasuk in Yeshua. And many of you have a shender. You have a shender like this. I have a shender like this, right? And what do they put on the shender? They say, V'gisa bo yomim v'layla. That's what it says on the shender. And that means that you should be yogeya in the words of the Torah, yomim v'layla. And this is really a pasuk in Yeshua that they put on this shender. So now this shender cannot be thrown into the trash. This shender is shameless. Not that you want to throw a shender into the trash, has to show. But that's the pasuk in Yeshua, and from this pasuk in Yeshua, right? The pasuk in Yeshua is revealing to us that the Torah demands that a person learn Torah during the day and also during the night. And even a person who is very, very occupied with his job or with some other project or some other situation that he has to devote all of his day hours and his night hours to. Nevertheless, Yeshua says that you've got to also devote a certain portion of the day and a certain portion of the night to the Torah study, because that's, if we would look in the pasuk, if we would look in the okay, we don't have the pasuk in front of us anyway, but just basically Yeshua, he was in the middle of a war. He was laying siege on the city of Jericho when he came into Eretz Israel. And a malach came to him. This is a Gemara in a few places. A malach came to him with a sword in his hand, and Yeshua bowed down and prostrated himself on the ground to the malach, and he says, "Why have you come?" And the malach says, "You know why I came." And he says. And Yeshua says to the malach, "Did you come for this reason, or did you come for that reason? Did you come for the aveira of this or the aveira of that?" And he said, "I came now. I came now," says the malach. So the Gemara says, "Oh, the malach said he came now. What does that mean? That means that now is the time that Yeshua should be learning Torah." They're in the middle of a war. They're laying siege on Jericho. Yeah, but you can also learn Torah in the middle of the war, Yeshua, right? What's happening in the middle of the night? You don't need to wage war in the middle of the night, Yeshua. You're gonna wage war in the morning. Okay? What are you doing now? And he probably was learning Torah, but the malach wanted him to learn very deeply. The very deep Torah, and so that's what Yeshua did. He went to go learn the deep into Torah, and like that, we see the importance of learning Torah in all situations. Okay, All right, 4 minutes left. The virtue of affixing time for Torah study. Back to the one that didn't read the last time before we read. Mayor.
Okay, the virtue of affixing time for Torah study is realized when the appointed time for one's study is never exchanged or obviated. Even if a person has a huge business and he has the opportunity to earn a lot of money during the affixed time, he will not be concerned and he will not change his mind for any reason to abandon his set time. God will compensate him, and those who seek God will not lack any good. If a person does have free time and does not devote them to further Torah study, even the study of Torah, the majority of the day, will not exempt him on the day of the great and awesome judgment. Hold it. The judgment, as it is written in Eov, do not release me until my saliva is swallowed. Our sages explain that even for the amount of time it takes a person to swallow his saliva, he will have to give an accounting how he spent it. Woe unto us from the day of judgment and the depth of judgment. The statement of Rabbi Ishmael to his nephew, who asked, is it permissible for someone like myself who studied the entire Torah to learn Greek philosophy? He responded, you may, if you can find an hour that is neither day nor night. And that's from Menachot, is well known. There is a midrash on the verse in Tehillim. It is a time to act for God. They have nullified your covenant. Whoever affixes time for Torah study nullifies a covenant. The commentators, Rashi, explain that the midrash refers to a person who affixes time for Torah study and thinks and waste the rest of his free time saying, it's Shabbat today, it's Pesach today, and spend his time uselessly.
Oh, I see, because on Shabbos or Pesach, he's not working, so he has a lot of time on his hands.
Oh.
And so, and so therefore, he makes a mistake. He says, oh, all I have to do is fix 5 minutes for Torah learning today, and I fulfilled my obligation, like it says in Yeshua that you should learn Torah both day and night. But it's not so, because we have this drasha in the Yalkut Shmoni on this pasuk in Tehillim. There's a pasuk in Tehillim. Eis lasos laHashem hefiu Torah what does it say? Hefiu Torah secha. We have to take a look at this pasuk. We don't have time for it today. He brings here from Rashi that Rashi says that it's talking about this case. That if a person has a lot of time on his hands, like it's Shabbos or it's Pesach, he doesn't not going to work. So then it won't be enough to simply affix a time of 5 minutes or for Torah study. He can't use that as and waste the rest of the day on doing useless things. So okay, very good. Yashikoyach, everyone.
Okay, Shpeach.
Thank you.
All the best. We'll be back soon. Bez Hashem.
Okay, be well, everyone.